The following images were created using Photoshop. I compiled these images and wrote the following write-ups for a school assignment back in the year 2017. The local community was entirely displaced as the city continued to grow with new technological development and businesses brought in by immigrants, keeping the inner city alive and bustling. New sets of languages and cultures became the norm in Bukit Bintang as immigrants became the absolute majority. Kuala Lumpur is now a prosperous metropolis due to strong competition between thriving businesses, a trend on the way towards inevitable globalization. The city became more complex than ever with new transportation systems, electronic boards, and skyscrapers. Thus, barriers are formed between people due to an overwhelming labyrinthine presence of illusions, contradicting the aim of technology to link people together. It is human nature to group themselves with people of their likeness in a realm of uncertainty. As the central government collapsed due to rebellion and the local population fleeing the nation, these communities seized opportunity and established triads to compete for economic and political control, viewing each other with suspicion. The future is uncertain. One moment prosperity, moments later downfall and agony. History repeats itself as no city can enjoy its glory eternally. Conflict intensified between two parties and a war erupted when Kuala Lumpur started to fail and become unsustainable. The skirmishes were complicated by the urban terrain's three-dimensional environment, limited fields of view, below-ground infrastructure, and enhanced concealment for defenders. Kuala Lumpur is doomed to ruination. Civilians evacuated and lived in horror and anguish. The devastation became the saddest of their memories. Hundreds of busy lives that were spent without repetition at times of peace perished with stories yet to be told, succumbed by insatiable greed, the very nature of humanity. The story of the city's destruction teaches people that peaceful routines are not to be taken for granted. Impermanence lurks and ambush human lives without warning. Networks within a city are for urban adventurers to explore before they change form or be vanquished by deliberate action or time's progression. No city is the same every time you visit. Kuala Lumpur is unrecognizable. Rising sea levels due to global warming engulf the city's lower areas. Settlements are built on existing ruins. The aggregate of its citizens' joy and suffering, various economic doctrines, every artifact that hint the city's glorious past, every fierce combat fought, all submerged underwater beneath a canal, traversed by the city's surviving descendants. The city is a melancholic stage for temporary people and events. Think of all those economic tycoons and landlords in glory and triumph. They became the pitiful momentary possessors of power and wealth. Think of all those white-collar workers and toilet cleaners, no matter how undisputable their diligence, are largely indifferent for the city's future fate. How frequent our misunderstandings, how stranger we are to one another, how fervent our abhorrence towards specific groups. every twist of fate, all vanished like a speck of dust blown by the wind.